Сначала ничего просыпаемся, ничего не поймем, что это такое.
Nadia and Vladimir Kostyuk are among the millions of Ukrainians who are fleeing Ukraine. Just a few weeks ago, they came to Lansing to be with their daughter because they simply couldn't see themselves staying in Kharkiv.
There was a bomb that was dropped right in front of their apartment building. Thankfully, it didn't explode. It was stuck in the ground. And that was a turning point for them. Like, they really saw the dangers, and I think that day they called us like, we need to get out of here.
They had lived their entire lives in peace. Bombs dropping in their city and next to their home was unimaginable.
They're saying that it was very scary because they were afraid they wouldn't be able to leave the city. The city was surrounded, sort of. There were some shootings, so even cars of civilians were shot.
Margarita Stevens and her husband are glad her parents are safe. They coordinated the entire trip to the US. And they had to pass through 6 other countries before crossing the Mexican border into Texas.
Unfortunately, I don't know if they would have been able to make the journey without me or without someone who speaks English.
And they came right before the US announced the program Uniting for Ukraine that will help Ukrainians come here. The Kostyuks came here with humanitarian parole, a temporary permission to stay.
According to the federal government, states or localities will not know when a Ukrainian individual or family are coming to the US under Uniting for Ukraine, because there's no mechanism for tracking the way the federal government has the program set up right now.
Which makes it difficult for local agencies to help.
The state of Michigan is the 3rd largest Ukrainian American community in the US. So we have school and we have churches here. We have all facilities to support them as a Ukrainian community, but we would need some state capacities to host them, to train navigators who would be able to navigate those families, help them to settle up, help them to find a job.
The Stevens say that sort of help will be needed.
They're so traumatized mentally. We really hope there are going to be some mental assistance. Now we feel better, but they still, like my dad, he still has nightmares every single night about the war, and all we hope for, honestly, is that the war will end.
Nadia and Vladimir hope the war in Ukraine eases so they will be able to go back home, because ultimately that's where they feel they belong.